If you're like me, my health and fitness are two things I'm extremely passionate about. Being fit and healthy makes me feel like a more effective and productive person. Whether you're looking to improve your fitness journey or just get started, the Mind Pump podcast is your source for accurate fitness and health information. They've got episodes that cover almost every topic, from how to build muscle faster, the most effective ways to lose body fat, and ways to improve your energy, sleep, and overall health. Search Mind Pump on your favorite podcast app and give them a listen. They are fun, entertaining, and informative. That's Mind Pump, wherever podcasts are found.
Hey everybody, Karissa here. We have something a little different for you this week, which I think you're going to love. I'd like to introduce you to one of our sister podcasts, Nightfalls, a much-loved part of the Sleepiest Family. I have always loved stories, reading them, of course, but also drifting off to them, as many of us did when we were kids. Well, it turns out the magic of a bedtime story never fades. Nightfall's stories are so calming, and alongside my meditations, they can keep you well-rested every day of the week. So I'd like to introduce you to tonight's storyteller, Jeffrey, and as always, wish you the sweetest of dreams. I'll be back with a new Sleepwave episode next week, but for now, enjoy Nightfalls.
Thank you, Karissa. I'm so pleased to be able to share my stories with you tonight. In fact, I find bedtime stories to hold a special meditative power themselves. All you have to do is relax, get comfy, and focus on my voice. And you'll soon feel any worries or stress melt away into your mattress. The story I'd like to share with you tonight is of my visit to a luxurious spa where it felt like there was nothing in the world for me to do but relax. I hope you enjoy it. This is Sleepwave presents Nightfalls. Hi, I'm Jeffrey. Welcome back to Nightfalls. Come, settle in for tonight's calming meditation and soothing bedtime story. As always, don't worry if you fall asleep before the end. You can drift off whenever you're ready. We're off on an adventure to a spa in today's tale. What a treat. I love how the body doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. So if we're lucky, it will be like we're actually there ourselves. I might just have to reread this story every day. Meet you at the pool in a few minutes. Come. Join me beside the campfire tonight and allow yourself to be transported to the cozy comforts of a luxury spa set on the grounds of a converted mansion. There's nothing wrong with taking a little time out to look after yourself, as I've learnt over time. And tonight, we can all enjoy the meditative and restorative experience of some luxurious pampering at a stunning spa retreat. Before we're transported to the luxurious spa retreat, perhaps you might like to join me in settling into a little stillness after another long day. Come to a comfortable position and allow your eyes to gently drift closed. As your breath washes ever so easily through your nose, think into your fingers and your toes and note any physical tension bound up in them. As you exhale, release them. Release that tension. Breathing in, send your attention into the muscles of your arms and legs and gather up the tension knotted into them. As you exhale, feel that tension draining from your body on the tide of your out-breath. Inhaling, allow that breath to sink deep and settle into your core. Note any tension in your abdomen, your ribs, or your chest. And as you exhale, release it. Feel the stress and strain of the day dissipating as your breath leaves your body, and you find that there is finally space for you to breathe, to be, without the responsibilities and pressures of the day twisting and constricting your body. You find yourself feeling longer, lighter, and looser. Feel yourself beginning to think freely and feel fully as you take the time to check in with yourself and pay attention to how you're feeling in this very moment. Release the muscles of your jaw and allow a deep breath to flow into you, nourishing your body as your tongue falls away from the roof of your mouth and you sigh out in relief. Let go of your body, release it, and allow yourself to simply be. However you're feeling tonight, know that that's okay. There's truly no right or wrong way to relax. Now, if you're feeling ready, center your attention on the sound of my voice, and this evening's story can begin. My visit to a luxury spa begins when I'm collected from the station by a beautifully restored vintage car. The sun shines down on the burgundy paintwork of the vehicle, giving it a shimmering, burnished look. The smiling chauffeur takes my bag and opens the door for me. I slide into the upholstered seat and settle back into the soft cushions. I let out a sigh of contentment. This spa break was something I'd booked on the spur of the moment a few weeks ago, and I almost changed my mind. I'm glad I didn't change my mind though, because sometimes you need to step away from everyday life and have some time to yourself. The ride to the spa is a short one, and we're soon driving along the gravelled drive which leads to the entrance. I hear the tyres crunching on the pebbled texture of the road. We arrive at the spa and stop outside the beautiful building. The spa is set in a converted Edwardian mansion. It has tall windows set in golden-hued bricks and rows of chimneys on either end of the tiled roof. The main entrance comprises a set of double doors, which open onto a series of wide stone steps. The driver opens the door for me and points me towards the reception area. He tells me my luggage will be placed in my room. I walk into the reception area and become aware of the aroma of relaxing scents. They envelop me like a softly perfumed cloud of tranquility. All thoughts of work and home melt from my mind. This is my time, a time to relax and unwind. I give my details to the woman behind the pale-coloured desk. She has such a calm composure that I find myself relaxing even more. She confirms my pre-booked treatments and says I have time to relax in my room for a while before the first treatment begins. She hands me a key and gives me directions to my room. As I walk towards the elevator, I glance at the other people who are staying here. Many are dressed casually in fluffy white dressing gowns. Others are attired in loose, comfortable clothing. There's such a low hum of conversation, and I see spa guests reclining on comfy-looking chairs and chatting with each other. I notice how relaxed everyone looks. The music inside the elevator is soothing and calm. Within minutes, I'm opening the door to my room. I enter the room. I feel like I've stepped into another world. A world of comfort and relaxation. A place of calm and stillness. There's a 4-poster king-sized bed in the middle of the room, which is raised on a low platform. Pale blue curtains made from a diaphanous material are fastened to the posts by blue velvet ribbons. The thick bed cover is a delicate patchwork of white and blue squares. The plump pillows are covered in the same material. The soft colours remind me of a blue sky dotted with fluffy white clouds. On the other side of the room are 2 large picture windows which give sweeping panoramic views of the gardens. I walk over to the windows and gaze at the manicured lawns, which are bordered in a rich variety of roses. Pathways meander through the gardens, and I see people walking leisurely along them. A yoga class is being held on a nearby lawn, and people are stretching their arms towards the sky. Their movements are sedate and measured. Benches are scattered throughout the gardens, an invitation to take a rest whenever a person needs one. As tempting as the gardens look, I resist for now, as there will be time for me to explore them later on. I take a more detailed look around my room. A pair of comfy armchairs are arranged around a small table. A fruit basket is on the table, and it's full of tempting treats. I notice my luggage has been placed in front of a large wardrobe, which has been painted in a delicate shade of duck egg blue. The dressing table holds complimentary bottles of water and a collection of snacks. The bathroom is huge. It has a double walk-in shower and a big bathtub, which looks very inviting. A selection of lotions and bathing accessories are lined up in a straw basket at the side of the bath. On the bathroom door hangs a pristine dressing gown. I touch it and feel the softness of the material. A light aroma of lavender drifts from the gown. Unable to resist, I change out of my clothes and into the dressing gown. I fasten the belt and feel snug and cozy in the fleecy fabric. It's time for my first treatment, so I leave my room and head towards the area where I'll be given a relaxing aromatherapy massage, followed by a soothing facial. I enter the room and I'm met by the beauty therapist who'll be carrying out both treatments. She talks me through the process and then invites me to lie on the massage table. I lie down and sink into the soft covering. The lights are dimmed and the relaxing sounds of nature come from somewhere within the room. A mixture of scents are used during the aromatherapy massage. Orange and bergamot, eucalyptus and tea tree, lavender and cedarwood. Each fragrance takes me deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. When the massage is over, my facial begins. It's just as restful as the massage. It makes me feel light and pleasantly drowsy. A moisturizing face mask is applied, and the therapist leaves me alone for a while to allow my skin to absorb the nourishing cream. Within seconds, I fall into a light doze. A short time later, I'm awoken gently by the therapist who smiles and tells me people often fall asleep during the treatment. My facial is soon completed and I leave the room feeling relaxed and carefree. My next treatments are a few hours away, so I return to my room and collect my swimming costume. The pool at the spa is magnificent, and it's something I've been looking forward to ever since I booked my visit. When I arrive at the swimming area, I'm transported to a world of wonder. The enormous pool is being created in a series of curves and bends and looks like an enchanted lagoon. Raised rocks at the side of the pool have waterfalls cascading over them and into the water below. Pastel lights set within the surface of the tiled floor softly illuminate the water and add to the captivating atmosphere. I step into the pool and slowly lower myself into the warm water, letting it cover my body. Barely making a ripple, I begin to slowly swim through the balmy pool. I glide effortlessly through the warm water, becoming more and more relaxed. I notice a narrow lane of water leading away from the main pool. I swim along it, passing through a small tunnel that leads me outside into a circular area set beneath a canopy of palm trees. I stop and rest my head back against the side of the pool. There's a distant sound of birdsong, and a gentle breeze caresses my face. It's like I'm in a tropical paradise, and I've found a hidden oasis. I linger a while in my secret hideaway, savoring the tranquility and peace of my surroundings. Time passes slowly by, and presently, it's time for me to explore more of what the spa has to offer. I swim back to the main area and climb the steps. There are a variety of smaller pools placed around the edge of the room. The temperature of their water is neatly marked with a sign. I see a particularly cool pool in front of me and decide to take the plunge. As I lower myself in, I feel the delightfully refreshing coolness of the water, causing my muscles to tense, and then relax further than before. I take long, deep breaths as I'm rejuvenated by the tingle of the cold water on my skin. Next, I climb out and make my way to the next pool. This one is steaming slightly. The scent of tea tree oil drifts towards me. I lower myself into the scented water, and the heat ebbs into my body. I sit down on the underwater seat and breathe out a long sigh of contentment. Button shines from the silver tiles around the pool. I reach out and press it. Bubbling jets of water erupt from the bottom of the pool and from the backrest behind me, massaging my body as I laze in the pool. Once thoroughly heated, I push the button one more time, and after the jets cease their bubbling, I slowly climb out of the pool. A wooden door in the side of the main room leads to the sauna. I head in and sit on the bench, watching the soft glow of the embers that heat the small wooden room. There's a softly smiling lady sitting on the bench on the opposite side of the room. We chat lightly for a while, enjoying each other's calm company as we relax. Emerging from the sauna, I decide to try the spa's luxurious waterfall shower. I press the different buttons and enjoy the essential oils that mix with the cascade of water. I run cool water first, then warm. Soothing lights glow above my head in calm shades of blue and purple. I exit the shower, feeling completely relaxed and refreshed. I notice a row of arched machines near the changing rooms. I walk closer to them and see that they are actually body dryers. I read the instructions and learn that a person has to step onto the drying area beneath the arch, and they will soon be effortlessly dry. Having never heard of such a thing, let alone used one, it's too good an opportunity to pass up. Somewhat bemused, I step under the arch and press a button. Warm currents of air flow from the vents within the structure. I'm surrounded in a balmy breeze and feel like I'm outside on a delightfully gusty summer's day. Very soon, and with no effort on my part, I am completely dry. Once dressed, I head to the restaurant and have a light lunch of crisp salad leaves, plump tomatoes, crunchy vegetables, some delicious sourdough and freshly made hummus, and followed by a mixed berry compote. I have some leisure time before my next treatment, so I go into the gardens and begin to wander along a winding path. The sun is shining, and only a few clouds drift across the blue sky. Birds chirp cheerfully from the treetops. Bumblebees buzz as they flit from flower to flower. The path takes me into a flower garden, and I find myself surrounded by fragrant blossoms in full bloom. Hints of roses and lilies scent the air. Butterflies rest on the open petals of sunflowers. Their wings are a kaleidoscope of bright colours. There's a large greenhouse at the end of the garden, rising grandly above the trees. It has an arched roof, and the wooden structure holding the vast shining panels is painted in pale olive green. It looks as if an entire jungle has been carefully placed inside its gleaming walls. I move to take a closer look. There's a glass door leading inside. I open it gently using its antique, ornate handle and feel the warmth of the greenhouse immediately. Stepping in, it is delightfully humid, and the smell of the plants envelops me in welcome. The lazy warmth in here makes me feel even more relaxed. A sleepy cat suns itself in a soft area of soil to the left of me, nestled in a sunny spot between two potted ferns. Its white fur gleams in the light. I stroke the cat between its ears, and it purrs contentedly. The cat yawns and stretches its front and back paws lazily outwards until it takes the shape of a crescent moon. I see a cat flap built into the door and think it is unsurprising that the cat would choose to spend his days lolling around in the hazy warmth of this space. There are exotic plants arranged in pots and flower beds around the greenhouse. Fans of palm fronds crowd at the ceiling like a gentle canopy, keeping the sun from my eyes. Spiky cacti and pale green succulents grow from the bed closest to me. A collection of orchids decorate the far corner, rising proudly from their colourful pots. Their blooms are white, dappled with fuchsia, and yellow here and there. I move around the greenhouse, looking at the array of plants for a little while, reading their Latin names from small signs poking from the soil, before heading back out into the delightful breeze of the garden. I wander through the gardens for a while longer, enjoying the feeling of the sun on my skin and the smooth path beneath my feet. Before long, it's time for my next spa appointment. So I head back into the main building and towards the room where my pedicure and manicure will take place. When I arrive, I'm shown to a comfy chair and asked to sit down. As with my previous treatments, the therapist explains what's going to happen and that she'll start with the pedicure. A foot spa is brought close to me. I dip my feet into the warm water. A few drops of chamomile essential oil are added to the foot spa, and its soothing scent rises. I gently inhale it. I soak my feet for a while, enjoying the feeling of the warm, scented water covering them. A few minutes later, I'm asked to take my feet out. Once they're dry, the therapist encases them in a soft, clay mask. I tell her I've never had a beauty mask on my feet before. She replies it's the height of luxury and will ensure I receive some complimentary sachets to take home with me. I recline in my chair and let the clay mask work its magic. Minutes pass and the mask is removed. My manicure is next. My hands are gently massaged and then covered in another clay mask. Feeling even more relaxed than I thought possible, I leave the treatment room and walk towards the large conservatory at the rear of the building. I enter the conservatory. There's a wooden pathway just inside the entrance. I walk along it. Small trees and shrubs line the path, and I gently inhale the scent of the varied leaves. I detect the aroma of pine and fern. The path leads through the trees. I hear the sound of falling water and see a waterfall further along the path. The water flows into a river below it. Birdsong fills the air, and looking upwards, I see the bright colours of a parrot who is sitting snugly on a branch. I walk on and venture around a bend in the path. A cluster of large sofas are lined up on a raised platform. Each one has a canopy over its top half to give added privacy. The sofas are too inviting to pass by. I walk to the furthest one and settle myself onto the comfy cushions. I sink delightfully into the sumptuous fabric and let out a small sigh of satisfaction. Close my eyes and listen to the melody around me. The river bubbling over the rocks, the flow of the waterfall and the sound it makes when it meets the river. Different birds calling out to each other in a variety of tunes. Some whistle whilst others chirp and sing. The surrounding sounds combine to make a soothing lullaby. I feel restful and at peace. So very tranquil and relaxed. I stay for a while in the conservatory and listen to the pleasing sounds. Well-being flows through me. A gentle smile rests on my face. Sometime later, I rouse myself and stroll back along the meandering wooden path. The joyful sound of singing birds accompanies my every step. I return to my room and take my time unpacking my bag. It's soon time for dinner, and it's a more formal affair. I change out of my dressing gown and into a shirt and smart pair of trousers. I make my way to the dining room. I smile at the sight of the grand room. It has high ceilings and large windows overlooking the terrace and gardens. Thick cream curtains cascade from the ceiling to brush the attentively varnished wooden floor. The wood-panelled, carefully painted room has maintained its Edwardian charm, but it looks remarkably new and clean, as if I've been transported back in time. I'm shown to a table which is partly occupied by other guests. Introductions are made, and we soon start up a conversation about the spa and the treatments on offer. Everyone is relaxed and content. My food soon arrives. A lightly poached piece of salmon, complete with sautéed potatoes and steamed vegetables. The dessert is locally made ice cream, topped with the salted caramel sauce. The meal leaves me feeling satisfyingly full. After everyone has finished eating, I say goodbye and head to the reception area. There is one last treatment on my list for the day, and I've been told to meet my guide at the main desk. A few others join me and we talk about the upcoming event. A man appears dressed in a full-length, light-coloured tunic. His smile is easy and friendly. He confirms he will be our guide and will lead us on a moonlit meditation through the gardens. We follow our guide out of the main doors and towards a smooth path at the side of the building. Swathes of mauve and indigo wash across the twilight sky. There is a hint of rose hue on the horizon. A dusting of twinkling stars are visible and look like diamonds cast across a velvet blanket. The moon is full and bright and enhances the magical feeling of the evening. In the distance, I hear the hooting of an owl. Our guide takes us along the lantern-lit path. The scents of the night fill the air. A breeze travels over me, still warm from daylight hours. We're taken through an avenue of trees and into a clearing where a fire has been lit. Chairs are placed around the fire. We're invited to sit down. Once everyone is seated, our guide leads us through a simple meditation which centers on the breath. I take a deep inhale through my nose and breathe out through my mouth. In and out. In and out. Our guide says we can close our eyes or keep them open and gaze softly at the fire. I keep my eyes open and soon become entranced by the flickering flames of the fire and how they look as if they're dancing. Different colors move through the flames, orange and red, yellow and amber. It's quite beautiful. In the background, I hear the whisper of leaves as they rustle in the wind. I glance at my fellow meditators and notice how the flickering flames are reflected on their relaxed faces. Time slows down. There is nowhere else for me to be, and nothing else to do. Just being in the present moment. Sometime later, we are gently brought out of our meditative states and escorted back to the hotel. Goodnights are exchanged and we go our separate ways. I enter my room. The sight of my bed is a welcome one. I change into my night clothes, get into bed and snuggle down under the soft blankets. I close my eyes. Remembering my meditation practice, I take some deep breaths in and out, in and out, in and out. I am snug and cozy in my warm bed, relaxed and at peace. Delightful drowsiness flows through me from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. I drift deeper and deeper into relaxation, deeper and deeper. I softly fall asleep.